Yo, what's up, everybody, man? So after that rant, I wanted to do the purpose of this video. The main video that I wanted to put out here was a lot of people never go in depth on friendship, and one of the keys and one of the downfalls of men is having the wrong friends, having a person that know you in and out betray you. So a lot of people try to throw this whole, hey man, you need to just go out and associate, you need to associate with just anybody. Oh, hey man, you need to go out and be more social. But what they never tell you is that associations can get you hurt. Associations can get you eliminated. Association can hurt your reputation. And a reputation, it takes years and decades to build. But it only takes a day or two to ruin. An instant to ruin. So you have to watch out for the reputation that you do have, or the anonymity that you do have. Like I said, when people are talking about when they said women don't like them, I mean, not women don't like them. When dudes say that you're invincible, I mean, you're invisible to people. Nobody knows you're there. It's an advantage of being that type of dude, because the fact is, you know who your enemies are and who your enemies not. You know who looking at you and who's not. If you walk into the room, it means if you're an invisible person and you have nobody likes you in the room and nobody notice you, how many people in the room, it depends on how many people, less people you have to worry about. So when you're an invisible person, all that shit that goes on in the hood or in around you, it doesn't affect you because nobody actually looking at you. And you can use that to your advantage. You can live a peaceful life being an invisible man. Now, when people tell you to go associate and stuff with it, they don't try to sell you on it. They tell you to go out and make your own decisions and go out. But they never give you a draft on what type of people to look out for and what people to look out for, who to make friends with and who not to make friends with, and how to put precautions up just in case your friend that you've been with for a long time betrays you or something, or know too much information about you. And how do you know that your friendship is actually deteriorating? So I'm gonna put this right here, where the benefits of friends, the benefit of friendship right here. So the benefits of friendship is social advantages. Did I say event? Oh shit, I must have put the right. Social advantages. It means that when you have a lot of friends, you can get into the nooks and crannies of places, social circles that you would never get into. Just say that your friend is cool and you knew this guy for a long time, but you're not cool. He can get you in those spots where it's cool, where you have access to certain women that you would never have access to. But there's a downside to that, but I'll save it up for later. You can gain more, you can make a social advantages, but not doing the work, but being connected to a person who is out there doing the work. You gain benefits from being somebody's friend instead of you having to be that person. So you have a lot of social advantages of that. You have a lot of social advantages of being protected by the reputation of that person who did put it out there, where you're out here, you just a regular so-called square dude, but you can know some very dangerous people. Kind of like what I did. I was funny, but I knew some dudes who was willing to push buttons just for me, because they knew I was somebody who they wanted to be, and somebody where they wanted to follow the rules to be. But they appreciate the fact that they can interact with me and see where my head is at. So when I tell them that, yo, this dude right here did this to me, he robbed me and did this and did that. Oh, word? We got him. I remember one day back in the day, it's my social advantages. I used to hang out with a group of people. This same group of people got me jumped a couple times because I was hanging out with them. But the advantage I had was when dudes try to fight with me, some dudes try to check me on some shit, all I gotta do is call these dudes up and check him. I remember one time I was in the store and this tall dude try to have all his friends jump me because I was a mentor of a young boy back in the day, and I didn't know he stole out the store. So I had his back. And I told him, he ain't still out your store. Calm down, dude. His people surrounded me. And when I walked out the store and walked back, all these people surrounding us and they was ready to jump us. One of my other dudes who I speak about him, he was a flip-flopper and he was two-faced. But at the time, he kept his good face on with us. He knew people. He had a social advantage where he know a lot of people. He knew these dudes that was about to jump us. So he diffused the situation. But I told him, oh, I'm gonna check this nigga. So I called my people up. And they did the same shit to him without me being there. And then he got mad at me when he saw me again in the store because his mom owned the store. And he said, I'm a bitch nigga. And I turned around and said, bitch nigga. I said, I didn't tell him to jump you, dog. It was me when I was younger. I didn't tell him to jump you. Because I said, if those dudes would have jumped me, I would have get injured. Dog, the people would have came after you, it would have been a lot worse. So just know that I didn't let them jump you because I couldn't. So you know that I'm not by myself out here. So tell them dudes that you got on your side that I'm not by myself. This was me at Red Pill. And this is why I start realizing, start analyzing, and start using shit to my advantage. Better environment enhancements. Meaning that sometimes a place can be born by yourself. But when you got a friend, your enjoyment level peaks when you have friends around you. You could sit on the steps you could sit by yourself 30,000 times. And you could sit on that same spot with your friend 3-4 times. You will remember that spot because of the conversations you had with your friend in that spot. And based off the day or based off what that day was, you can have a good time. Yes, having a person right there beside you will enhance where you're at and enhance your life. But at the same time, and I'm going to give you the disadvantages, you shouldn't rely on that. You should be more creative to make sure that you can duplicate that without people around. So, but it is a benefit to having a person around you, being around you to enhance certain things. I go back to my memories all the time where I got people that I hanged out with back in the day. And I look at spots of my old neighborhood and I'm like, damn, I remember I used to hang out with that on that spot, blah, blah, blah. I had great memories on this spot. But I still have great memories by myself. You just got to know, you guys got to master being alone and being by yourself and knowing how to manipulate your own brains and the things that make you happy. Now, communication. Talking to a friend sometimes gives you better communication skills. I know one time when I used to know this guy, he was scared of females. He was scared of aliens. His mom pretty much had him where she could control him. When he started hanging out with us, he started becoming more social. He started to know what was right, what was wrong, what was social. It can improve your social skills by a long shot. If you never had friends, then those guys are really socially awkward. And I feel bad for them if they want to start making friends later on. But you can still make friends online and in video chat. It's better to communicate with somebody and practice communication and somebody who's not going to judge you right away. It's kind of like a training wheel session with somebody and somebody who's not going to judge you based off the shit you say. Y'all can say stuff to each other that it won't be good to general society or even women, but to y'all too, it'll be an inside joke. So it's good for communication. Memory bank. Having friends is a great memory bank. Your best memories might be with your friends. Your best memories might be when a crew of people. I can go based off a lot of different situations that happened in my life when I was with somebody hanging out and stuff. But when I started becoming by myself, the drama stopped, and I had to get a lot smarter than I was back then. You can't be too reliant on friends. You can't be too reliant on somebody else around you to save you. Because guess what? 9 times out of 10, those friends are not going to be with you for 24/7. This is the reason why a lot of guys gets caught slipping, and they end up with bullets. Or they end up on the pavement, as I say. Because they rely too much on the gang, the herd mentality, and they rely too much on hanging out people. And they don't understand that some people are waiting in the cut, waiting for this person to not have friends no more, waiting for this person to change. And then when that person change who they are, that person is waiting for them, and they're going to strike. And that person going to lose their life, because what that dude did 10 years ago, 5, 6 years ago, he did it with a group of people and jumping people. Or he smashed somebody's girlfriend, and that dude still remember, and he's want to get revenge. It always happens like this. I know a group of people right now. I know a dude who I used to hang out with, who now losing a whole bunch of his friends because they did dirt back in the early 2000s, and they think dudes forgot what they did to them. So guys are running up on them, popping them in their head, popping them in their chest, and taking them out one by one, because they was waiting for them to get a family or to stop being in the street. And they said, okay, I'm gonna get this dude on his softest days. So you gotta watch what you do to people. But also, there's a good thing to having friends, because it creates some of the best memories that you can fall back on and you can rely on when people try to tell you that you're useless or you're socially awkward and you're weird. Because if you was that, you would have never had all these memories that they don't know about, but you know about. So it helps you be self-sufficient and know that what people say outside of who don't know you, they don't know you, and they're just saying shit just to try to get points with other people or try to gain points in themselves. Learning new things. Oh shit, news. My bad. I've rushed this. Learning new things. Having friends can also get you in different interests. I know the same friend that I'm gonna refer to that I was cool with for a long time. He got me into Metal Gear Solid. He dropped out of Metal Gear Solid, but I took the reins and ended Metal Gear Solid. He got me in a lot of other anime, and he fell out. There's a couple people who every single technique that I got to today, I learned it from a friend. The PI technique, that when I'm in a relationship with a chick, I get a PI for 3 months to see what she doing. And then the next 3 months, I don't use the PI. Then the next 3 months, I use the PI to see if she cheating on me. And that also shows that if she's worth keeping in a relationship or worth leaving a relationship. Also, getting hackers to see what this woman is all about. So the shit that she try to hide, you can go into. I learned that from somebody. I learned a lot of things from, oh yeah, you don't fight around your neighbor. You don't fight people in your neighborhood because they can always come back to get you. I learned that from one of my friends. A lot of things that I'll carry around, I learned from friends. So it couldn't be possibly that I'm socially awkward and all this other stuff, because all the things that I carry, that I use, that I show y'all today, I learned from other people, and I grabbed it, and it's always with me. You learn new things. You learn new careers. You learn new things that you can actually do that you never saw before. Having another person by your side or another person might teach you something that you never know, or might show you something that you never thought of. So just learn new things. Better job opportunities. Sometimes it takes a friend who's in a position, and they will put their reputation on the line, and hopefully you don't F it up, to say, okay, I'm gonna help you out. There's tons of people that I got jobs under the table, and even in legit places that, you know, some of them appreciated and some of them didn't. But by the time I started going around and started understanding myself, I was starting to run out of friends. So I had to do things myself. But I still benefited from having a bunch of people. I still benefited from having friends, because they gave me more opportunity to make money and extra manpower for help. So it was a situation a few years ago where I had a friend. I had two friends. They was brothers. These are the people that I'm gonna bring up. I was about to move out of the place that I was at for a very long time, and I was cool with the brother. So the brother tried to get the dude that I wasn't cool with, his other brother, and it was uncomfortable, cause he thought he was gonna get paid for sitting around not doing nothing, and he made it a whole case of he had a girl, I don't have a girl, he only doing this for the money. And I told him to his face, go with your girl, you ain't getting no money out of this, and get your dumb ass out of here and complaining. And I said, if you want to fight, we can fight. I said, you've been changing ever since you got that girl, but you forget that I can get females too. I just don't get them in America. So you can bounce. I checked my friend. I said, hey, dude, don't ever bring that dude around me again. You know how fake he is now. And when you have friends, you can have friends for extra manpower to help you do things that you couldn't do by yourself. I got one guy that I can know of who might take pictures for me, or help me with something around the house. One friend that I've been friends with for 20 years. That's the last of the Mohegan dudes that I have on my side. And he never gonna go nowhere. His loyalty is to the end. Me and him gonna be friends for 40 something years, man. Cause I know where his head is at. The disadvantage of having friends is loss of freedom. So sometimes you associate with people, and it's a thing called guilt by association. Sometimes your friends will do stuff, your friends will do shit that you don't know, and might be walking around with something in their pocket or walking around or in their car, and because you're in that car with them, and a lot of black men are in jail because they was hanging out with the wrong people, thinking everybody is cool, and this is what projecting the manosphere, letting too many motherfuckers in, and these niggas are making everybody else look stupid. When you could easily lose your freedom based off hanging out with the wrong friends, hanging out with people who rob people, hanging out with people who slept with somebody's wife, and you going around fighting for them and y'all fighting a whole big ass war because this dude slept with somebody's wife, but he's your homie. You can lose your freedom. You can lose your life. If somebody can't get to you, if somebody can't get to your friend who slept with somebody's wife or somebody's girlfriend or jumped somebody, who they think they gonna go to next? They gonna go to you, and they gonna get you out of here, or they gonna use you to bring out the dude based off the funeral, or they gonna do some kind of technique. I know dudes in Brazil who, he was cool with me. Dudes in Brazil, and I'm gonna break it down in with the women portion. A dude in Brazil told me straight away when I was talking to this dude in Brazil, a gang member, told me straight away, they would take out one dude in order to get the next dude. So they'll find out the dude did some dirt, and then the dude will come out for that dude's funeral or visual, and he will sneak and look around. But what they don't know is they already turned somebody around and they know where he was at. And then when they finally get him, it's going to be 2 funerals after that. If you understand what I said, I'm trying to get to the other part. Not trying to get past a couple minutes. So you can get in drama. Love triangles, violence, all types of stuff, family drama. You're going to end up, I put myself in a lot of situations that I should have never had when I had so-called friends. Their family drama spilled onto me. They family talking out, I took their friends from them, and I took their family from them. I did this to them, I did that. I had to deal with a lot of shit because in the name of friendship, in the name of support, I'm supporting motherfuckers who taking up my time And I'm supporting motherfuckers that taking up my time, but when I need them by my side or need them to support me, I can never reach them. Shit like that, where their drama spills onto you, their family drama, all the shit they have drama with their friends and all the other shit, it bounces back to 1 and 2. Betrayal. You might be with somebody, you might be cool with somebody for 14 years like I was, but you might have to look out for what you think might make them betray you. You know your friend, all the stuff that he might want. Would he betray you for money, women, social status? What would your friend betray you? And how will you ease yourself out of that situation? Disadvantage of having somebody who know a lot of information about you is that they can use it against you or tell other people that you don't want to know all your secret information. Now, my old friends can tell y'all shit about me, and I can tell you that shit is fucking 5, 6, 7 years old. So it's not relevant no more. But they still know some other stuff that is it could permanently damage me. And, well, it could damage my reputation, but it damage my reputation to other people. And shit that they don't know about me that I never told them, but they think they know. I learned from somebody else, a close family member, when I did mess with my family, told me, you leave certain secrets for yourself, just in case somebody turn their back on you, betray you. Women drama. Now, some dude in Brazil was cool as shit with me, and he was part of a Brazilian gang. He was showing me videos of the shit that he did. He was showing me videos of the women that he hanging out with. He was kind of like the Marco and shit. He was cool as shit, but I kind of like, when I left Facebook, I kind of like, I think he found out that I ain't have all the stuff that I had, and that was when I couldn't talk to him and stuff because I was in the middle of like internet or whatever. I did talk to him, but I couldn't like see the videos and none of that no more. So me and him were like, we kind of distanced, and we cool. I think no. I tried to hit him up before, but I don't think he on social media no more. So he fell out of social media, so we fell out of communication. He would tell me things that they would do. One of the things that they do in other countries is they send a girl that they groomed from when they was teenagers, and send them to their enemies, and you make sure the guy becomes a family man before you get him, a rival. So when you get the guy that you want to get, you send a girl that give him information on what this dude's money is, how his what this dude's money is, how he moves, where he at, how many guns he have, how many people in this gang or whatever. And then they had the girl bring him to a location away from his gang, and then they do what they need to do to the guy, and they take the kid, whatever the kid's age. If it's a girl, they gonna transfer her into some kind of agent for the gang, or they gonna use her as when she of age, they're gonna use her as a sexual toy. If that's a boy, they gonna acclimate the dude into the gang, or a runner or whatever. Their long-term longevity, a lot of people been using that kind of technique for years in South America. They get women who will literally act like they love you and everything else just to go to your enemies and tell your enemies where you're at. This is why I say I don't fuck with women over here, because that's what these dudes do to these women, because they imprint them. Not all these women are like this overseas. But this dude tells me, look out for chicks who hang out with people in gangs. Look out for chicks who have people blah, blah, blah. He told me the people to look out for. Look out for women who got their hair shaved off and blah, blah, blah. You can get into a lot of trouble with the women. And I'm going to show you a thing. I'm going to show you a screenshot that I got. Also, You could have a chick that your friend can't get, but he might have something that the girl that you with might want. So maybe you ain't packing down there, but your so-called friend is packing. So he might flash her and get to have sex with her and won't tell you. Guess what? You might take him out and take her out, or yourself, because what the woman caused. Or you might take him out and her out, or you might just take him out and y'all fighting and she moves along while you in jail. Women can actually show you who's your friends and who not your friends. But it also, women drama it comes with a friendship. It's one of the disadvantages of friendships. Taking ideas. You got many people who used to be friends, who built the companies, and the other took one of their ideas from the other. You know, you heard Steve Jobs' story, Bill Gates' story, what's his name? The Facebook creator, Mark Zuckerberg's story, them stealing ideas from people and taking it for themselves, their own friends. You have to watch out for stuff like this, where if a friend is jealous of you, or they want something that you have and they can't do it, they can't stand on anything, but they only with you because they can get ideas from you, you have to watch out for that. And you got to know what to say and what not to say around this person. Money lost. Sometimes, most of the time, you can't trust certain people with money. Or you can't trust them that they gonna know where you have things at. Sometimes you gotta look around and be vigilant of your own friends and know that you can't leave certain things around them, because sometimes your friends are double dipping. Some of them are street dudes pretending to be gamers. Street dudes who pretend to like anime and games, and they double dip. I had a friend, a childhood friend, who he was double dipping. He was hanging out with the street dudes and he was hanging out with the nerds. So he one day decided that he said he had a headache and he left. One of my other friends went to the store and got some food and then saw him hanging out with the street dudes and came back to us and was like, yo, he lying. He didn't have a headache. He's hanging out with the dudes, those dudes that said this and this and this and that. I'm like, oh, for real? So we confronted him. We didn't know it was his birthday at the time. We confronted him about him hanging out with them and hanging out with us, and how it was going to affect us, and they was going to do all this stuff and keep us away from them, which he failed to do. And he was two-faced, because his people that he hanged out with tried to fight me and a couple of my other friends that he hanged out with, and we had to stop hanging out with him. This dude to this day, right now, hangs out with a guy who robbed me before. I can show you the picture of this dude. I know where he at. I was gonna wrap them. I was gonna wrap them in a this dude. Cause I'm not gonna implicate myself because I didn't do anything. But I was gonna wrap this dude in he was gonna get wrapped up in a plastic human bag. I already had one person that was gonna get him for me, and the second time I was gonna do it myself after 6-7 years later, and I was waiting for the right time. So my childhood friend, imagine that your childhood friend knows that one of his boys robbed you, and he hanging out with him. Then when one of his boys was gonna rob me again, one of my other people was there. He stopped and shook his head. See, this the snake. That's the snake shit that you had to deal with when it comes down to the money loss shit, where he know this dude made me lose money, but he didn't care because he's cool with him, and he sold me out for a better chance at getting women, because hanging out with these group of people, it gave him the social advantage. But hanging out with us, he couldn't get no so-called bitches because we was nerds and we ain't have any women. The fun. I got a lot of snakes that I could show you that I had in my life. They taught me a lot of lessons, and I'm gonna teach those lessons to anyone who want to hear it. So you can lose a lot of money messing with certain people, and you gotta watch out who you want to share financial information with, what financial information with, and who not to share financial information with. Let me start that over. You got to be careful with who you want to share your financial information with, because that might be your last time. You might tell somebody that you make 6 figures, and the next minute you know, somebody busting in your house trying to look for the money. So things to look for in a person that can share your space. So basically, how to look for people who you want to make friends with if you're older. Because when you're a kid, you're not looking for people to betray you. You're not looking for this mature shit. When you're a kid, having friends is more innocent. But as you grow older, you start understanding that people have agendas and objectives that they want to make, and they might do it to throw you under the bus, or they might sacrifice you for their happiness. And friendship don't mean that much when you get older. It's a plus, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes people, they don't make them the same. So for you to have a friend and for somebody to share your space, one, have high standards. The person need to have high standards for themselves. The person has to have rules and regulations that you know that person not gonna cross, and you always know that both of y'all has the same standards, and nobody's gonna cross the line, and one is gonna check the other. Common goals. Y'all gonna have small common goals to very high level goals. But the fact is, you gotta have some type of common goals for your friendship to have some type of short-term situation. Because sometimes you might have common goals and your friendship might last 4 years. You know, I had guys that I was friends with that we like pro wrestling, and our friendship lasts as long as I knew them. And then eventually when we, stopped hanging out and stuff, they completely changed and forgot that we was cool. It was okay. But common goals can tell you how long you can be cool with this person. Understand each other and how long this person might last as your friend. That's what I just said. You got to understand that some people got an expiration date on themselves, or how long you going to deal with them. Sometimes you might be cool with somebody for like 2 years. You might say, okay, I'm going to be cool with this person for 10 years. I can't, this dude do too much shit. I might be friends with this dude for a year. Same thing in relationships. You got to find out how long this person can be around you before you cut them off. Because they're doing the same thing to you. Can you trust this friend with money, girlfriend, wife, and secrets? Sometimes. You got to think in your head, will this person betray me? Will this person turn on me? If I put a beautiful woman in front of me and he can't get her, will he do something to me? Will he try to sleep with my girl? You got to put those things in and got to think about those. Can you trust your friend to make the right decisions outside of your friendship that won't affect you? So you got to be with people who got, as MOC said, a good track record. You got to be with people who know they have friends and they shouldn't bring certain situations to you and cause drama for you. You can't be friends with people who talk reckless out their mouth and then, like I said, it affects you. You got to make sure that people around you act accordingly in your friendship and outside your friendship, because you can be friends with somebody and people will look at you totally different because you associate with that person or you friends with that person. Sometimes some people have a legitimate gripe with the person you call a friend, and sometimes they don't. It's just superficial shit. Will your friends stand by you when others try to put you down or think about you in a bad light? That's what I just So yeah, they coincide with each other. So if people think you a geek or nerd, or you an incel or something, you gotta make sure that the person that you with will never look at you in that light and won't let it affect them at all. And stand tall being your friend. Hey man, I don't give a fuck what you said. He's not an incel, and if he is, he cool as shit. You gotta be with people who actually can stand their ground. Now, if somebody is superficial shit like that, if they knew you for years and they call you names and shit like that, then yeah. I had a lot of experience with guys who I was cool with, but they was talking shit about me behind my back. And I found out years later that these niggas was talking shit behind my back, and I ignored them. You gotta have people around you that will literally protect your reputation when you're not around. Or be like, dog, I know him personally. Stop talking about him. He ain't like that. If you have one person have your back like that, then 9 times out of 10 people will get off you, especially if that person got a good reputation. Now, it does varies when a person is so fucked up and they've been doing shit to people and they hurting people and they doing all kind of crazy shit. Wherever you want to stand up for that person. Now, it was a stream of O'Shea's that came on and said, trust your homeboys around your girl. And it made me come up with this video. So here go the comments that I see, and I'm gonna show you the tail into what this dude is. And I'm gonna tell you it coincides with the list that I just made about how to make friends or whatever, right? If I can't trust you around my girl, we have no business being homeboys, because real friends won't cross that line, right? I agree with you on that, but you can also be aware and watchful. 200% agree. Keep your circle small. Not everybody is your friend. So they spitting good facts right here, right? So, Jay Rich TV, a hood dude who has a hood dude who don't care about his life and don't care about friends. I showed you, it's a lot of dudes like this. Man, she's not yours. It's just your turn. We could still be cool. If your chick throw it at me, I'ma let nature take its course. And guys like this, I said shit like this. We could still be cool and let nature take your course. I'ma have you in an open area. I'ma say, oh, we can chill. I'ma do some casino shit. Hey man, what's up, my mans? Yeah, what's up? Yo, man, it's messed up that girl did that to me, man. Yeah, man, my homie, I'm sorry. I mean, you gotta let nature take its course. Hey, man, but it ain't about the girl. It's about you crossing me in this way. So I'm gonna have to let this nature and this gun take its course. Bury that dude and walk off. See, this is why a lot of dudes end up getting shot by their so-called friends, because guys like this have no kind of gripe. The first thing you should do is tell your friend that this chick is doing this, and also help your friend get out of that situation so he can get out clean. But he says, it's not yours, it's just your turn. And this is the kind of people that are in the black community who think this bullshit, where it's like, oh, it's just your turn. So this is what they think. Oh, it's not, it's just your turn. That's a concept of, okay, a woman can use you, but the fact is you just renting her out. Other people in other countries don't have this concept. They don't think that it's just your turn. No, that chick is with you forever. That chick is with you forever. There's guys right now that's been married for 20, 30 years in other races who don't think like this. Dudes like this, there's a lot of dudes in the black community think like this, and I'm gonna show you what this dude tried to do, and I'm gonna show you what to look out for when it comes to dudes like this. Nigga, what part of real homies won't cross that line that you didn't understand? I see you making that that point about a random dude, but no, not one of your bros. If she come on, exactly. Rich TV, look like a hood dude, plaid shirt and everything. 45 subscribers, talking like this, greasy ass dude. Now guess what he into? One Piece. One Piece. One Piece. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to common goals. And the stuff is that you have to throw situations out there to see if so-called these people is really gonna be your friends to the end. That's why I said you had to test these dudes with your girlfriend or wife, or a fake girlfriend or wife. See, guys like that, dude, will mosey his ass inside the gamer community or the anime community and start having sex with people's wives because he came from the hood and he has no morals and standards. So he'll take advantage of the nerd shit and cost a lot of dudes their life. And then when you go into the nerd circles and shit, they think you just like this dude because he fucked it up for you. See, this is what these niggas do. They stop being hood niggas and they stop being grimy ass niggas and they start jumping in spaces they don't belong. Just like the women. These guys are raised by women because that's what women do. Nah, it's a bad idea to bring homeboys, but if a girlfriend has girlfriends with her, that's nothing wrong with that. I never had that issue, but you want to know why? I have been that homeboy. If I was a scumbag, there were 2 occasions that I was pushed up on and I had to did that shit. These guys got a code. Great hassle. Thinking I was going to fold because the box was free thrown at me. It ain't no fun if the homies can't get none. Never bring your girlfriend or wife around guys that don't show respect or respect themselves. Quick receipt for a fight. So that video, it prompted me to just be like, yo, let me make a video because I see a lot of guys, I see a lot of dudes that's 18-year-olds and 15-year-olds listen to videos and shit like that. And I'm like, if they do come on my channel, I wanted to tell them that ain't nothing wrong with you for not making friends. You can make friends in other ways. You don't have to make friends. You don't have to make friends the old-fashioned way, face-to-face anymore. You can make friends online. And if you want to meet these people up, you got to take all the extra precautions. I wouldn't suggest it sometimes, but if you take some precautions, then if it's safe or whatever, and you take certain precautions and you want to see if this person is really your friend, then you can make friends in a better way than other people. If you want to make friends, you have to see the benefits or the disadvantage of having friends. Also, you have to look at where some people will only want to be your friend for their benefit. And they only want to be your friend to take your girl or talk to your girl, whatever. It's not that hard. It's getting harder and harder to make friends, but it's getting easier and easier to vet people because everybody has a clear indication and a clear track record that you can follow online on who that person really is and how they think. And the person might have beef with somebody and you can ask that person about this dude without them knowing that you're trying to be friends with this guy or be friends with this person or you trust this person. So, you know, don't let people push you into being around people that you're not supposed to be around. Don't let people try to push you into being associated with everybody. Don't let people make you waste your fucking time trying to associate with everybody, trying to dig through this trash of inhumane, fucked up ass people who don't have codes or standards and shit. You can be by yourself. You can always be by yourself. But if you want to have friends, you can look at my video, or you can ask somebody who have experience with friends, and hopefully they tell you the right idea. So yeah, man, that's about it, man.